First, there was only me and my dream. Then came the reality stranger than my dream. Sometimes I feel like I need to scream. What a strange place that I find myself in. What a life, what a life, what a life, what a life. I can't believe that this is my life. What a life, what a life, what a life, what a life. But I wouldn't trade it for anybody else's life.
Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show Park Bench, featuring Anthony Latura and the Main Squeeze Orchestra.
What a life.
With your host, Steve Buscemi.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. You know, doing a show like this, as you can imagine, it's no walk in the park. But you know, I'm very excited to be doing a show like this because, of course, this could be the benchmark of my career. All right, we have a great show for you tonight. A little bit later, the Academy Award nominee for Revolutionary Road. He's also on our show, Boardwalk Empire.
Right, yes.
Well, you were killed, I'm sorry.
I'm dead, yeah.
He may look like a raving lunatic, but he's the nicest guy in the world. Michael Shannon is with us here today. Have you seen Michael yet?
I haven't seen him, no.
Okay, but first, please welcome a singer-songwriter whose voice is right on the money, Rosanne Cash.
And you're a lovely dancer.
Please, have a seat, have a seat.
Okay.
Anthony! Anthony! Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
You did a show last night at the
Town Hall.
Town Hall. And how did it go?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, the record came out in January, so we've been hitting it kind of hard.
Speaking of the record, do you have the album, Gio? Yes, thank you. This is The River and the Thread. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like the Tallahassee River.
Tallahatchie.
Tallahatchie River. I
think
was
that's
mistaken.
No, this is in
I get my rivers mixed up, but
Mississippi.
But I knew it was a river.
It's a very famous river.
Very famous river,
Yeah.
and there's that very famous song.
Ode to Billy Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that in concert, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, and it was inspiring for a lot of the songs on this record being about the South and the Delta.
So what made you want to, you know, sort of go back home in a way?
Yeah, home is a concept that wasn't clear to me because I was born in the South, but I didn't live there that long. But you know, there's little pieces of home that you carry inside you, and going back to the South for a lot of reasons, just like a perfect storm of reasons to go back there,
Right.
So inspiring. And also, every roots musician owes a debt to the Delta.
Right.
So that was heavy in itself.
And your youngest son, Jake, what was it like for him being, and you, being at Sun Studios?
I took Jake to Sun Records for the first time to show him where his grandfather started his career. And I had this moment in the studio. The studio is virtually the same as it was in the 50s, the room.
Right.
And they now have these big pictures of my dad and Carl Perkins and Elvis Presley and Jerry Lee Lewis on the walls. And there are guitars on the wall, and Jake took a guitar off the wall and was holding it, and he happened to be in front of this big picture of my dad. And I had this sense of time travel. Like, my dad was in that very spot recording his first songs right when I was born, and now here 50-something years later, his grandson is standing there playing this guitar. It was just chilling. It was like going back in time.
Your family moved to
California.
To California. Was it your dad was he getting parts in movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he
What
was.
movies would I can't recall the Johnny Cash movies.
Let's see. There was one called Door to Door Maniac. What, you never saw
I
that,
never
Steve?
saw. It sounds like something I would be in with Anthony.
Why don't you do a
and Gio.
remake? You could do
we
a
could. I
remake.
think
You
we should.
could.
Yeah.
You look like a
Door to
Door-to-Door
Maniac.
maniac. And then there was one with Kirk Douglas called A Gunfight that was actually a
Oh,
really
okay.
interesting movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, as you were growing up, when did you first start to get interested in music?
I was always interested in music.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
But I knew I wanted to be a writer and a songwriter. I didn't necessarily want to be a performer.
Well, you did the whole Nashville.
I was in
scene, right?
Nashville for 9 or 10 years, and I had a lot of hits there, and it wasn't for me. I just felt,
You felt like an outsider there, or did you feel?
I felt like an outsider, and I felt like I got to a point where I was unhappy even though I was very successful. And I realized
Right.
I wasn't doing my life work, do you know? And moving to New York, everything changed for me. I started writing the songs I wanted to write.
So what brought you to New York?
I was a New Yorker.
You were.
I
why?
was, you know how some people are just New Yorkers. Like,
Yeah.
they say, we always thought she was kind of weird. Turns out she's just a New Yorker. That was me. So I finally got my body here.
And where did you first live when you got here?
On Morton Street in the Village. Then I lived in Soho, then back in the Village. Now I live in Chelsea. Never lived above 23rd Street. What's
Okay,
it
yeah.
like?
Yeah, I don't know. I never lived above 14th Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
But now I'm in Brooklyn. Gio's in Brooklyn too.
I never made it over the Williamsburg Bridge.
Well, thank you so much for being on our show.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back after these messages. We don't really have any messages. But please, Rosanne Cash, everybody.
I'm going down to Florence, gonna wear a pretty dress. I'll sit atop the magic wall with the voices in my head.
How was that for you?
That was pretty good. Did
Yeah.
you eat yet?
No. You hungry?
Yeah, let's go get something to eat.
Well, there's a... Is that Michael?
I think it is.
It's Michael Shannon. Michael.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, you
Yeah.
all right?
Oh.
What happened, man? You were supposed to do our show.
Oh, hey, Steve. Yeah, I was just, I was kind of nervous because I don't really have anything to say. And I was also, like, I thought it might be a booby trap,
No.
like an ambush type situation.
Why would
So-
I ambush you?
Well, I mean, we are adversaries, so I thought maybe there was some sort of trap. I didn't really trust it. So anyway, I went over to White Horse Tavern and had a little liquid courage.
I thought you saw me as a friend. I didn't...
Do you have a Metro card? Pretty hungry. You have a Metro card?
I do have a Metro
Once
card.
I eat, I'm gonna try and get on the subway.
You all right? You want to sit up for a second?
I think my ankle's messed up. Oh, someone took my shoelaces.
Oh, wow.
Someone took my fucking shoelaces.
All right, it's
what
all
the
right.
fuck?
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Calm down, Mike. It's gonna be all right.
Oh, yeah?
It's gonna be all right.
Prove it.
Yeah. Well,
Prove it.
you know what? Gio, just sit with us for a little.
Yeah, hell is this?
Mike,
This is Gio.
how's
And,
that sausage?
It's pretty good. With the crowd on it, it's even better. That's how the Germans do it, you know? Yeah. Where am I gonna get new shoelaces?
Listen, I'm worried about you. We just had a show that you were supposed to be on.
I know, but I told you, I'm not good at interviews. I mean, what I'm gonna say? I'm a genius.
Well, I don't know if you're a genius, but I think you're a hell of an actor.
Thanks, Steve. I mean, I remember I've been watching you for years. And I can't believe I have this opportunity now to be sitting here with you and talking about what we do, our craft. It's the thrill of a lifetime.
Well, thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
You know what? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to talk. You don't have to.
I can tell a story.
Well, if you have a story, it'd be nice.
Well, you know, the world's finest chocolate bars, you sell them in school.
Yeah.
You get like, thank you. You get like a box of them and you sell them to like raise money for your team or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I got a box when I was a kid and I ate the whole box
Yeah.
of chocolate
Just wanna
bars.
get that up. It's bothering me. Yeah.
I ate the whole box of chocolate bars, but I didn't have any money to pay for them. And my mom wouldn't give it to me, so I went to school and my teacher, he said, well, I'll pay for the chocolate bars if you come mow my lawn. And then I went to his house and it was like his lawn had never been mowed before. His backyard, the grass was like 3 feet tall. I was literally like in a vertical stance with the lawnmower trying to mow the grass down. I got about halfway done and he said, that's okay. So then I left and his backyard was half mowed.
Did he give you the chocolate bars?
He paid for them.
He paid for the chocolate bars.
Yeah. You weren't even listening. See, that's what I mean. You do interviews and the people aren't even listening. It's like, what's the point? Oh, God. God!
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Okay.
Anthony, just play something.
Oh,
Play something.
two.
Austrian. Got a bubble in my eye.